Welcome. Thanks for all my right thinkers for tuning in to your boy, Pfunk Thinking Right, at my YouTube channel, where I do what I do for you. Today, Wright isn't 25 rules to live by. Now, we're going to go lesson today. I'm practicing, I'm getting ready for the big show. It's coming. Okay, I've been telling you that for a while. But yeah, it's coming. Stick with it, brother. For now, this is my practice run. We're going to start with a lesson that I call Ancient Egyptian Origins, Mysteries of the Spiritual Tree of Life. Remember, we're talking about the ancient Egyptian concept of the Tree of Life. You see the concept and the iconograph of the Tree of Life is a spiritual symbol, first of all, and really a metaphor that have been used from time of immemorial throughout human history. I mean, it's been around a long time, okay? Ancient. Everybody can't claim to be ancient. Egyptians can. All right, here you go. In modern times, most people have have become familiar with the concept of the Tree of Life spiritual system called the Kabbalah, spelled Cabbalah, or with the K. Okay, but that's the Jewish concept. I've seen it, I understand it, don't subscribe to it. Okay, it's not my point. Yet the idea of having a direct access to God through spiritual knowledge that comes from Egypt. They didn't invent that. They didn't create that. All right. They call Kabbalism. We already had evidence of these teachings of the ancient Egyptians. Also, a group called the Christian, watch this, mystics, Gnostics. The Gnostics. They spell Gnostics. The G is silent, so you got Gnostics, Hindus, and the Buddhists, who all came long before the Jews and their Kabbalah. Get my point? Or the Kabbalists, excuse me. The Jews and the Kabbalists. But in ancient Egypt, the teachings of the Tree of Life took on a spiritual meaning. What's this? See, the earliest form originated in ancient Egypt. It was transmitted, related to, by the use of theurgy. I told you that word. Therugy. CAL. Theurgical religious. Excuse me, that's the word. Theurgical religious systems, meaning the study of religious gods. The gods of every religion. That's theurgy, not theology. There's a difference. We get to that too. I got that here. Okay, I'm covering it. Religious systems which was developed in, again, ancient Egypt in the city of Anu. A-N-U. That's the start where the concept of what we've been studying came from. Their origin, where it started. Not who they got it from, the origin. Okay, here we go. Where the tree of life was seen as the source of life. They use it as a metaphor, okay? It was the female divinity being worshipped at that time. Ancient time, the women were worshipped. Not like we do now. Men call a shot and women get behind me. Wasn't like that in ancient times. So somebody changed that concept. That ain't what I'm here to talk about right now. We're going to do ancient concepts, and the women were revered and worshipped. Okay? As they should have been. They still should be. That's another story. But right now, let's talk about this one. All right, the Tree of Life was a female motif, all right? And it was the female divinity being worshipped. The woman goddess, Nut, had Huru, the goddess of the tree called the sycamore, okay? It was the goddess Nut who extended the nectar of life, spirit, life. This was also evident in the spirituality from the Buddhists called the Buddha tree in Buddha, and also a tree of life in the Garden of Eden, which also, according to some Christian traditions, was known as the cross of Jesus. Okay, the tree of Jesus, the cross of Jesus, is often referred to as the tree of life, biblically. Okay, we all have our views and concepts. I don't discredit nobody. I don't complain about nobody. I just bring it to you where I know it to be from my view. That's all. In present day practice of Christmas, watch this. The Christmas tree was originally supposed to be a manifestation of the same idea. Watch this. The star at the top of the tree, Christmas tree, was supposed to symbolize the anointment of cosmic Christ Haruhood consciousness, God consciousness. You can be conscious of God if you understand symbolically, follow the lessons on the tree of life. It'll get you to God. I've been telling you that since I've been doing what I'm doing. I'm trying to get you to God. That's what I'm trying to do. Not by preaching a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, but by giving you logic, rational reasons, and things that you can employ in your everyday life to help you. So it ain't a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. No, it's real stuff you can do. Trust me. They've been doing it for thousands of years. It still works. All right. Now, when you obtain Nihas, Christhood, anointment, now in ancient Egyptian spirituality, they had a concept called Chet and Ankh, which means Chet, C-H-E-T -N -A-N-K-H. It means staff of life. Everybody you see in the Egyptian iconographs have an Ankh in their hand. That's what it is, an Ankh. Watch this. This is called the staff of life. The top part, now, it's been explained a few different ways. I understand that. So I'm going to use this way and let you know there's other way that people are going to explain it. Some use it at the female ovary. I understand that too. That's what I mean life. I get it. Here, we're going to use it as a demonstrative or a description of the actual key. They call it the key of life. Some people call it the staff of life, all the same thing. Okay. The first part about the round part, that's called the shin. Shin stands for eternity. It's a circle with a rope and a knot tied at the bottom of it. Then you got the stem coming down. Some people say it's the woman ovary, it's the male penis, and the side is the offspring, which is true, which is fine. That's an aspect. There's another aspect of it that you can use to teach a different point of view. That's what we do. Egyptians had 3 or 4 different views of everything that they laid out. Why? It wasn't just one set word. They gave you freedom to think. They gave you mind freedom to exercise this right to make decisions for yourself. That's why. All right. Now, ancient Egyptian spirituality, they had the Ankh. The bottom part was the stem. Oval part, the shin. That's defined one way. Got other ways again. It's called a life process. All right. Come together, eternity, the shin, the object of life. That's showing you eternity mixed with time and space, human life, key of life. They explain it. The ancient Egyptian Ankh is composed of 2 hieroglyphic symbols. The top, the Ankh, is called the Shin. It means eternity. Sorry about that. Went ahead of it. It's composed of a rope that's been formed into a circle and knotted at the bottom. The other glyph is a vertical line, which is a demonstrative glyph that means object, meaning time and space. That means here. The Shin means eternity. Eternity, time and space, human. Okay, right now. As the objects that exist in time and space, again, boy, I've been doing my homework. That's what I do. I spend a lot of time doing this, so I'm going to be ahead of the game. So here we go. Now, this combination of eternity, which is derived from the spirit, and the object of time and space, which is finite, which is human. We here, temporary. It's a limit. I keep telling you, human body has an expiration date. Nature has an expiration date. It's going to die and regenerate again. Hence, reincarnation, hence, resurrection. Come on, it's all philosophically, it's all conceptually. You need to understand that. That's why thinking is a necessity to gain knowledge. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Which we know as mortal existence on earth. Okay? When eternity, time and space come together, you got human existence, time and space. Okay? The tree goddess motif was fundamentally a fundamental aspect in the art of the ancient Egyptians. You see the tree, you see a hand reaching out, nourishing, giving food, and at the end of life, the same hand, which is Newt, is going to reach out and grab you up, bring you back home. That's a concept. In religious concepts, they say the same thing because Jesus is at the right hand and all that. Trust me, it's all symbolic, it's all metaphoric, but the Bible people don't tell you that. That's another story. All right, here we go. Excuse me. You know me. I'm going to give you information. I got a bunch of it. Every now and then, it veers off, but it still has a point. Trust me. All right? And the contained Egypt myth. Remember, the myth. These are mythological stories. When the Greeks tell you mythological, you don't question nothing. You just go with the flow. Christians, They read the Bible, they just literally think, I digress. All right. But the tree of life is sustaining and enlightening source. And the tree goddess is the divinity goddess of wisdom who lives in the tree and extends its bounty to the spiritual followers, right thinkers? So then the tree goddess was fundamental in ancient Egyptian iconography. She was respected and revered because they had a concept that they live by, that they believe. Again, power of belief. When you believe something, you make it happen, even if it's wrong. Okay? It symbolizes the goddess in general, but the goddess Nut, Heru in particular, as the compassionate, life-giver, female divine essence. You see the goddess sustains as the mother looks after her children, nurturing them with physical and spiritual sustenance. And when their time is up here on earth, she reaches down and lifts them up to her in the heavens. This is all conceptual. This is what they think happened to Osiris. After he did it, she reached down and pulled him back up and gave him life to restore enough energy to regenerate a son, which is son of God, Haru, Horus, the spirit that dwells within every living human being. You can become Haru. What? By acknowledging yourself, by acquiring knowledge of self, practicing Maya, living right, doing right, and you will be transformed to a better you. That's it. And when this life is over, your spirit can go where it come from, back home to the mother. We came out of the mother. Physically, we can't go back, but conceptually, we can. That's heaven. Be right back.